Do you know what happened on April 26, 1986? It was an ordinary day for most of the world, but for the inhabitants of Pripyat in the Soviet Union, it marked the beginning of a nuclear nightmare. On this day, the Chernobyl nuclear power plant experienced one of the worst nuclear disasters in history. At Chernobyl's reactor number 4, a safety test was underway. It was designed to simulate a power outage and test the reactor's cooling ability. However, due to a series of technical and human errors, there was a sudden and unexpected power surge. This surge led to a series of explosions that ruptured the nuclear core. The containment structure, designed to hold in the radioactive material in the event of a failure, was blown apart. A large amount of radioactive material was ejected into the environment. The resulting radioactive cloud rose high into the sky, carried by the wind. It spread radioactive fallout over large parts of the Western Soviet Union and Europe. Workers at the plant, many of whom gave their lives in an attempt to contain the disaster, faced lethal doses of radiation. Despite the severity of the incident, Soviet authorities initially tried to keep the disaster a secret. However, this became impossible when radiation alarms went off at nuclear plants in other parts of Europe. Before long, the world knew about the disaster at Chernobyl. In the aftermath, thousands of residents in surrounding areas were evacuated, leaving behind ghost towns. The region became contaminated, with certain areas remaining uninhabitable to this day. The Chernobyl disaster resulted in tens of thousands of deaths and countless cases of radiation sickness. The environmental impact was immense, with large areas of land rendered useless for agriculture due to radioactive contamination. In sum, the Chernobyl disaster was a catastrophic nuclear accident that occurred due to a combination of design flaws and operator errors during a safety test. It resulted in a massive release of radioactive material, significant loss of life, and long-term environmental damage. It also led to a re-evaluation of nuclear safety protocols worldwide and underscored the importance of transparency in the face of such calamities. Remember, history is not just about the past. It's also a guide to understanding the present and shaping a safer future. So, as we reflect on the events of April 26, 1986, let's honor the memory of those who lost their lives and pledge to ensure that such a disaster never happens again.